What's going on? I am live. I am live again. He's saying why twice in one day. I had the time. I wanted to speak some things. Had to get some stuff out the way. Is it really necessary? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but it's all good. Um, so here I am on a Friday night. I'm actually waiting for something. So I said, why not go live? Why not, to talk about some stuff? I'm looking crazy. I'm looking crazy at that thumbnail, but it's all good. Um, anyway, let me get into what I wanted to talk about. Um, Sometimes you just gotta have the stamina, to get things done. You gotta have the stamina to, make things happen out there in the world. A lot of people want to do stuff. A lot of people want to make stuff transpire. But it comes, hey, what's up, Dad Random? I appreciate you for coming through. A lot of times with life work balance, it's challenging, because you want to do stuff, like I said, there's so much, so much to do, so many things to do, so little time, it seems like in the world. You got to try to make, the best of, what you can, like I said, but proper rest and nutrition and all that stuff is a part of it, which builds up your stamina. Cheryl Lee, appreciate you. Miss you while I was gone. It's all good. I missed you too while you were gone as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you for being here. Wow, I just saw something on there. I hope the volume is not up. Okay, sorry about that. Like I said, I'm doing something else in the background too while I'm talking to you. I'm just trying to make sure I get all my stuff together. But anyway, like I said, you got to have the stamina to get these things done. You got to have the stamina to put this stuff together. You know, um, I don't know. It's just a challenge because sometimes you may want to just pack it in and just say, hey, why even get up in the morning? Why get up and even try to do some of these things? But like I said, I'm just fighting to, get through each day, just fighting to have the energy to do anything because, who wants to give up? James Wolski, what's going on? Hello from Redding, California. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Like I said, this is just me having a chat, having a Friday night chat. Let me just type in hello to all in the chat. Hello all in the chat. Thank you for everybody coming through on a Friday night. You should be out chilling. You should be out doing something else. But if you're not here, you're here with me. If you're not there, you're here with me, and I appreciate you. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of us want things. A lot of us, trying to do things. It's just a challenge because you want to have the energy to do it. Especially with this YouTube thing. Especially with people, with Egyptian Gaming Geek. I've seen you come through. Especially with people trying to get stuff done. Like I said, just balancing things. Sometimes you have to put stuff on the back burner. You have to figure out what's worth doing, what's not worth doing. You know how that whole thing goes. Like I said, I mean, you try to make it work, because like I said, no, nothing can get done without the energy, without the will, without the stamina to make it happen. And much love in the chat. Okay, gotcha. Appreciate just in time prepping. Thank you for coming through. I didn't expect to have 8 people in the chat tonight, but I appreciate you for coming through. I do these things when I do have the stamina to do it. Deep, what's going on? I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Like I said, oh, don't forget to hit the like, the thumbs up. I appreciate that. What's up, Yas Poet? I appreciate you. I appreciate folks being here. I will not be here next Friday night, not that I know of, but I'm here for this Friday night. I appreciate you folks for coming through and whatnot. And this is not really a serious live stream. Some of it is, some of it isn't. I had the energy, I had the stamina. I said, "Let's go." I said, "Girl, let's just get it." I have a question for all my gangsters of the world, for all the tough ruffian thugs out there. I was just bored one day. Work is always first, YouTube, unless you Casey Neistat is secondary. Yeah, well, we're not Casey Neistat, but if you ever get to that level of Casey Neistat, let me know. Left the like, I'm listening. Okay, thanks, D. This is just a silly question I had. I said to myself, to all my gangsters out there, to all my thugs out there, these rough, tough individuals. I was like, if Bill Gates came through your neighborhood, would you G check Bill Gates? Think about it. I mean, I'm like, like, how would you approach him? Or like a billionaire came through to your hood, how would that go? Pour a glass of apple cider, put on some jazz, and have a great weekend. Yeah, that's also a good thing too, guys, poet. I don't know. Like I said, that was just something for my gangsters out there, for my thugs out there. I don't know what would you do if I mean, how would that be interacting with a billionaire inside of a rough tumble neighborhood? Who knows? Maybe Bill Gates would be cool. That's just something I threw out there. I don't know. Like I said, that's not a serious question. Which leads me to the next thing that I was thinking about, talking about, thinking in my mind, rolling around in my brain. Is there such thing as a stupid question? I wonder what you think. I have my answers out there. I don't know if anybody feels any type of way, for the people that are watching, for the people that are, in tune with what I'm talking about. Do you think there's a such thing as a stupid question? I have an answer to that. Maybe you can answer that in the live stream. Maybe you can answer that, coming in, like, the comment section after this uploads or whatnot. Like I said, this is not a, serious, it is what it is. When you said deep, you said Bill Gates ain't going nowhere by himself. That's true. He's probably not. It's what it is. But like I said, that's not a serious question. It is what it is. Well, like my dad will ask me the dumbest questions before. Well, I believe this. Like I said, I don't know what you think, whether or not there's a stupid question. I think there's no such thing as a stupid question that has an answer to it. I mean, if a question has an answer to it, to anything that you can learn from, there's no such thing as a stupid question. There may be questions that, could be a waste of time. There may be questions that, you may be annoyed by, but I don't feel like there's a stupid question. I don't know. I heard a lot of dumb questions, but it might not be dumb to someone else. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Deep. I mean, sometimes you may say things, or you may ask a question, and it may seem like the silliest, stupidest thing to you, but to another person, it may be enlightening, it may be uplifting. Of course, I don't have any examples of that right now, but like I said, I don't think there's a such thing as a stupid question. Maybe an unlearned question. I don't know. That's one of those things I try not to do. I still answer them even if my perception is they are stupid. It may not be stupid to another person. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that, that random, that a question that might seem stupid to you may not be stupid to another person. It may be something common to you, but to the next person, it's like, oh, okay, that's a revelation, it's an epiphany. To me, one time I had to drive him to court because he couldn't drive for 4 months, and he asked me, hold on, he asked me if I have a security check. No, that's crazy. Sorry about that. I just went out of the chat for a second. I'm back. Um, that's an interesting scenario right there. At 50%, gotta be easy. Chat you later. No, appreciate you, Deep. Thank you for coming through. This is not one of those live streams where I had a whole bunch of things planned out. This is one of those things where I guess it's like just in time prepping. It's kind of like a surprise live stream. Who knows? I may put this to unlisted after I finish doing this live stream. I don't know, but I'm here for right now. It is what it is. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think there's any such thing as a stupid question, but that's just what that is. And also, since, Valentine's Day is coming up next week, I was thinking also too to myself, there's people out there who have, significant others, and they're doing their thing, and they're making it happen and making it work. And that's good for you. Make it work, keep love alive, do all those type of things that you do. But for those folks that are trying to get love, they're trying to, do whatever they do, it's like it would be dumb enough to bring pot to a court session. Yeah, no, no, I definitely get you on that one. Like I said, you don't want to bring pot or marijuana inside of a court. You can wind up being locked up inside of a court. That's just what that is. And also too, like I said, I was going back to the thing I was talking about. With Valentine's Day, unfortunately, there are people out there that we may want to talk to, that we may want to get with, get our swerve on, or people that you may be interested in romantically. And sometimes, yeah, what's going on, SNS Darkness? Appreciate you for coming through. Sometimes, you want to talk to people, you want to, get with them, and put your love magic on them, or whatever the kids say nowadays, get it in with them. And sometimes people are not just that, they're just not that into you, they just not feeling you like that. What do you do? I mean, how do you put, rebound? How do you get yourself together? And for me, sometimes, I say it's important to understand the value, understand your own worth, to know that just because a person may not be feeling you, if you're feeling them, if you want to romantically get with them or do some things, or you shoot your shot. That's what they say. Some of these youngsters say, you shoot your shot, and they may not shoot the shot back or be receptive towards it. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. There's plenty of us out there, who are interested in people that are just not interested in us, romantically or otherwise. The thing is to, be aware of who you are, that what makes you special, is to understand that another person doesn't necessarily complete you. It sounds like a whole bunch of fluffy talk, but it's true. So when a person is really not that into you, it's important to you to remember what makes you special. It's important to remember what, was important for you, waking up this morning and doing and stuff like that. I mean, hopefully that makes sense. It's just my thoughts on that, particular situation, because I know Valentine's Day is coming up. There's a lot of people out there that probably can't shoot their shot or really get, their love swerve on with the people that they would like to get their love swerve on and whatnot with, and that's just what that is. Like I said, it's just how I feel about that particular situation, and also too, like I said, there's somebody for everybody out there. I'm a true believer in that. So like I said, don't let, your romantic, linkings and relationships or anything be, can define or tag to a calendar or anything like that, as I'm losing people in the chat. But still, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by and anybody in the replay. I don't even know if I'm going to leave this up, but I'll watch it back and see what's going on. Maybe it was something where worthwhile, worth seeing, but it's all good. Anyway, in life, one of the last things I was going to get to, be careful what you ask for. I tell my mother that a lot of times, I'm talking to anybody, be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you might get something that, you can't handle, be it a particular job, be it a particular situation, even a relationship, something that wasn't for you. Sometimes people have kids and, they didn't really, they can't handle that. They wasn't prepared for that particular situation. So, you never know. It's really a situation like that. Like be ready. Don't ever ask for something, as an old timer told me. Don't ever ask for something that you're not willing to take, that you're not ready for, that you're not preparing for, prepping yourself to, be involved with, in tune with. So that's, this is how that goes. And just understanding, what's realistic in your mind and your heart, what you're going to go after and stuff like that. And also too, the last thing, one of the last things I want to talk about, in this live stream and whatnot. It's a battle of the mind, between negative and positive thoughts each day to try to do different things and get yourself ready. There's the saying that goes that if you can, you're right. If you can't, you're also right. So it's really up to you, to really, put that together, as far as, how you, produce and portray things and whatnot. I mean, it's not easy. Like I said, you fight with yourself, to try to get things done and, try to, you know, um, I don't know, put yourself in the mindset that, there will be struggles, there will be ups and downs, there will be bad times, there will be good times, there will be days when it all makes sense, there will be days when it doesn't make sense. There'll be days when, you're looking for a friend and you can't find it. There'll be days when, you're looking for a company and the only company you have is your shadow. And it's important, like I said, even all through this live stream, is to understand your value, to understand your worth when you look in the mirror, to understand what's special about you and what's important for you to, wake up this morning. What made it worth your time. Because nobody else, should be able to determine your worth more than you do. Nobody else should know what makes you special more than you do. Nobody else should be able to insert, things inside of your head that's going to sway you either way. So, like I said, it is a struggle. It is a battle. Being wary of what we take in, being wary of the people that we're around, being wary of what we let people say to us, being wary, of just, the company that we keep. A lot of times you are the company that you keep. If you're around negative people, then you may have negative thoughts that persist. If you're around positive people or people that's going to be realistic with you, then you got some real talk. You got some realistic things that could, transpire from that particular situation. So there's nothing wrong with that, you know. And like I said, I just say, hey, I know people are struggling with a lot of different things, and it's kind of rough, out there in this world sometimes when things are not always going your way. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Like I said, this is just me having a conversation and just going over some things and thinking about some stuff and really speaking out loud to you. But it is a challenge. Like just to recap what I was talking about was, just talking about how you have to have the stamina to get things done in life. You have to have the energy. You have to have the will, the wherewithal to, make these things happen. Without that, I don't know what it is. If you just don't have the energy, things are not going to get done. You can have all the ambition. You can have everything in your heart. You can have all the stuff, that you think you're going to do. But, it's about building up the strength. It's about getting the proper rest, putting yourself in the right vein to, do what you got to do. Crimson Fantasy, I appreciate you for coming through all the way from Canada. This is one of those live streams where, I kind of like did a surprise live stream. I was talking about different things in here, and I wonder for you, Careers of Fantasy, would you actually G check Bill Gates if he actually came to the hood and seen you, or would you holler at him or whatnot? I mean, what would you talk about if you saw Bill Gates if he came to your hood? That would be an interesting question. Maybe folks is going to answer that, maybe not. I don't know. And then for those people that are coming in and watching us in the replay, I also ask, is there such thing as a stupid question? And some people had their answers to that situation and whatnot, how they felt about that. Some people felt like, even if it's a stupid question, they'll still answer it because what's stupid to one person may not be to the next. So that's that whole situation. And then also, too, I was talking about romantic situations. Sometimes people are not that into you. What do you do when you shoot your shot and it don't get shot back, it don't get reciprocated? And I say to people out there, Valentine's Day and any other day coming around, um, you know, don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to understand what makes you special. If I saw Bill Gates, come on, come on. I don't shoot blank shots, period. Make it count. Wow. If you saw Bill Gates, you would ask about windows. Well, I know you, Crimson Fantasy. Crimson Fantasy, you're not afraid to shoot your shot. So I'm gonna leave that. K Dog, I appreciate you. Much love to you. Much love to everybody that stopped by and showed me love in this live stream, which is an impromptu, really unplanned live stream where I just kind of threw some things together and came out here and talked about it. And then also, like I said, just to sum it up, I was just talking about in life, be careful what you ask for. A lot of times people want things that they really don't ask for. Do these clothes make you look fat? That's funny. That's a question you got to be careful. Yeah, it's a good one. What would ask you that as a question you gotta be careful what to ask, to answer that one. Yeah, it's good to be live too, Crimson Fantasy. Even though, like I said, I'm fighting to get through this one. I shouted you out of my Crimson music video. I have to go back and check out your Crimson music video. I was trying to get up with some of those things that you was doing over there. I shout out to Crimson Fantasy. He's a great supporter, been a supporter for a while, a real cool person, really out there. He does his thing. He's not afraid to say what he needs to say. So that's what that is. Like I said, I don't know. It's rough out. It's rough out there, folks. It's rough out there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say, anything else I need to put out there. I'm probably done. I'm probably done. I just wanted to speak to you folks for a few minutes. Just see what's going on and what's transpiring and whatnot. Forgive me for the live stream. But like I said, I'm here. I still think, it's worth coming on and speaking to you folks, even on a Friday night. And that's just what it is. Yeah. Um, Make good decisions answering some questions. Yeah, yeah, damn, that random. You got to make good decisions answering some questions. Don't answer all questions. That's just one of those things out there. I don't know. I don't know. Let me get out of here though. I appreciate you folks for watching. Definitely I do. Definitely I do. As always, spread love. It's the Brooklyn.